Welcome back, everyone. This is MandoAllDay, back with another video. And in this video, we're going to be taking a look at my top 15 figures of 2022. So these are just my preference choice of figures that I really like. And these are just the regular figures, the regular 7-inch figures. I'm not including the Mega Figs or the Build figures because for those, if I included those, most likely they're going to be in my top 10 because they look very good, very detailed. But it's kind of unfair because for the pricing, when you pay more, you should get more, so I kind of kept this out. But for these are just a regular 7-inch figure, so again, these are my top, I think it's top 15. I can't look at, yeah, top 15, so yeah, it's a hard decision because a lot of figures that came out in 2022, but at the end of the day, these 15 are the figures that I really like, and I highly recommend, and to me, these are the figures that, in my opinion, represent what DC Multiverse and what McFarlane can do. So, anyways, though, let's get on to the review and overview of the top 15. And yeah, but before we get started, make sure you hit the subscribe button to support channel, but to keep up to date and watch videos like this. So let's take a look at my top 15 of 2022. All right, so the first one is going to be, of course, Redhead. Redhead from the Arkham Knight video game. I really like this figure. There are two versions of this one. There's this one, the common one, and the gold label. I prefer the common one because of the colors. There's a lot more colors to it. The common one, in terms of the sculpture, it's identical, but this one, though, I like this one a lot more. A lot of the silvers on there, the copper, little details like that. You can see the logo on there, too. It really makes the figure pop. Yes, it's not really a red hood. It's an orange one, but to me, I think it's a fantastic looking red hood figure. It looks good, and the more I looked at it, I'm liking it more. I'm liking it even more. I think when the first time I looked at it, I was like, okay, it's kind of cool. But now I'm looking at it again and I compared to the other one. I'm only more to this one. So to me, my 15 is going to be Redhead. Put him right here. Hopefully it doesn't fall. All right, number 14 is going to be, well, for this figure, there's 3 versions of this figure. There's 2 with a cape and 2 uncape or unmasked. And it was a hard decision, and I'm going to go with Black Adam from the movie, the cape one. Like I said, originally, I like when I first made an overview of this one and the uncaped one, I said this one better. But then you guys convinced me in the comment section saying, you know what, you guys like more the uncaped one, hoodie one, because you can see more muscle tone and massive muscles. And I liked it, and I leaned to that. But then I looked at it again when I was making this list, and I was like, as much as I agree with you, I can't, I like the cape thing. I like the cape look. And I also like the cape because look at that texture detail and that gold. And compared to those 3, I want to say I'm going to go with this one. And what I like about this one, the massive, it is heavy, but just the detail, the sculpture design, just all of that on this figure just looks fantastic. And this is a movie figure wave. And to me, this is a good looking figure. And so to me, the Black Adam goes for number 14 for me. I really dig this figure. All right, my number 13 is going to be, I think it's called Dark Flash or Black Flash, but there we go. Booyah. I think it's a really cool looking figure. This is a Walmart exclusive one. I like the head sculpture. Look at that detail, the gold, the detail on his arms. It just looks fantastic. I know some people might say, well, it's a bit, in terms of the body, it's a bit clean. And nothing wrong with it. You can have a clean looking figure, but when you have that gold and black and purple, it just looks really cool, man. And to me, I really dig this figure. There's rumors of 2 others coming out with different head figures, so we'll see how that goes. But to me, number 13 is going to go to be, I think it's Dark Flash or Black Flash, but the Walmart exclusive one. All right. Number 12 is going to go to the homie, Ghostmaker. Ghostmaker looks really good. The detail, the articulation is good. The swords, and just having pose just looks badass. The head sculpture looks fantastic. The cape, I think, just looks like a really cool ninja. You can see the baggy pants there, and then I dig it, man. I think this is a fantastic looking figure. McFarlane nailed it out the park with this figure. When they first announced this figure, they were going to be making a figure of this one. I was a bit worried, but man, I'm so glad he did because it looks really cool. And the cool thing, you put the ninjas right there. Not the ninjas, the swords on there too in the back. So there you go. Number 12. Number 11 is going to be Dr. Fate, the Black Adam movie. I think it's a fantastic looking figure. Just look at all of that detail. Just look at that. Look at all that detail. And then that gold and that cape in the back, the gold, it just really pops and it grabs your attention. And the helmet too looks really good. And of course, more detail on the cape. You can see that Dr. Fate logo on there too, and it just looks fantastic. And when I saw the clips of this figure, I was a bit worried. But when it came out, man, this is just top notch. And again, this is going to be my what number is it? Number 11 on here. So fantastic looking figure, such an underrated figure. No one's really talking about the Black Adam. Whenever they do a Black Adam movie wave, they don't really talk about Black Adam or Dr. Fate. So there you go. That's my number 11. These are my top 10. It's hard, but you know what? You do what you got to do. So it's going to be none other than Deathstroke. I like this figure. The figure looks fantastic. The detail on the head sculpture, the painted light blue eyes, the flames on there, and then like the brush white look fantastic. Just the sculpture design of this figure looks fantastic. And you got that black with that silver, and of course a little bit of that blue on there, the bright blue. You can see that right there. It just really, really, really pops. And to me, I really, really like this figure. It's a fantastic looking figure. Oh man, it's just really, really good. Alright, that's number 10. Number 9 is going to be, again, the figure that no one's talking about. And I'm like, what the heck is going on? But it's going to be none other than Tim Drake, Red Robin. This is a really good looking figure. The head sculpture looks fantastic. The staff was really cool with bright silver. The detail, the little Red Robin right there, logo on there. You see that right there. The shoulder pieces, the gauntlets on there, the utility belt, the separation on it, the design right here, the sculpture design, the paint, the knee pads on the paint, and of course the wings. All of it combined, and you got that yellow around here too. It just looks like a really cool looking figure, very comic accurate, and I think it's a cool looking figure. Like I said, not many people are talking about this figure. I'm surprised, man. This is a really cool figure. I like it, man. A great addition to the Bat family, and of course it's Tim Drake. They made another one, the Amazon exclusive, but I wasn't really feeling it. But there you go. That's going to be my number 9. Number 8. You got to bring it on here. My boy. Oh, man. Scarecrow. This was a hard decision to choose because there's 2 versions. There's a gold label McFarlane exclusive, and there is another one that is the gold label. This is the gold label, and there's a common one that's all black, a little bit of orange. And I had a tough time deciding which one. But at the end of the day, I decided this one, and here's why. Because there's so much going on with this figure. The detail, the stitches, the paint, the eyes, the sculpture, everything about this figure is just so much going on. And with the black one, unfortunately, the black doesn't really do the sculpture design and detail and texture justice. It looks cool, don't get me wrong. If you were to tell me I like the black one more, you know what? I'm not even going to disagree with you. But to me, this one, you can see more of the detail and the sculpture design. And of course, I've said it before, I'll say it again, I'm a sucker for white eyes. This one has white eyes. The other one has regular eyes. This one has white eyes. And that's what I like about this one too. But again, you can just see so much more in the detail on here, on this one. But again though, if you were to tell me, Mono, like the black one more, dude, I'm not even going to judge you or disagree with you. I'd be like, I get it. I get it because they both look good. But I can only choose one, and I chose the gold label Scarecrow. McFarlane online store, website. Next up, we have Booyah, Black Lantern Superman. I really, really like this figure. I thought about choosing Batman, but then I looked at him like something about it's missing. This one to me, it just looks really cool, and it reminds me like a zombie. Cause look at that head sculpture; it just looks fantastic. The eyes look creepy, the teeth, that dissolved face, and then you got that nice bright silver on there, Superman logo, and then you got the black. Then you have the cape on here too. It's all ripped up, and then you have the boots. Again, this is what I'm talking about. When McFarlane does really cool like zombie-like figures, this is to me a really good one, similar to the Dark Flash one. And man, It's a fantastic looking figure, and I like it. It's a Black Lantern, so hells yeah, I'm digging it. That's going to be number 6. Let me see. That's number 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, all right, number 9. It's going to be number 7. Or whatever number I am. I'm confused already. But there you go. And, yeah, I believe this is number 6. Here. This is my number 6. Here we go. I think I have one too many. I think I messed up. But anyways, we had to bring in Deathstroke. Deathstroke from the DC Rebirth. This is a good looking figure. You got the pocket on there for his knife. He's always had his knife. He got that sword, which doesn't make sense. But anyways, you got that paint. You got the painted white eye. Right? Get it? You got the sculpture design on there too. Man, this is a fantastic looking figure from top to bottom. And it just looks really, really good. Looks clean, a bit simple, but it just looks so, so good. And you cannot deny this figure. It looks fantastic. You get that orange, you get the black. Well, not really black. Yeah, it's a black. But you got that sculpture design right there too. Then you got more of that orange, and then you got a little bit of the white. Again, you can just keep looking at this figure, and you appreciate it more. So here we go. This is going to be my number 5. Yeah, number 6. 6 figure. Right? But you get what I'm saying. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. All right, countdown to my top 5, the final 5. This is a harder one, but I had to choose it. So here we go. You got to talk about the Page Punchers Batman. This is the Page Punchers Black Adam movie. Black Adam Page Punchers Wave. I really dig this Batman. It looks good. It looks clean, but the subtle bright silvers on here, see that right there, and the knuckles really do pop. And then you got that stitching on his chest right there, and his bicep on the shoulder. Basically, his armor pieces look really, really good. Again, white eyes. Of course, Batman. You got that grin, that on his mouth. Look at that. Just look at that detail. And it has that like military green look. And look at all that utility belt. So much detail on this figure. It's top notch in my opinion. And to me, this is a good looking Batman figure. I really, really, really dig this figure. Fantastic, man. Fantastic. Next one is going to be that's number 5. This is my number 4th figure. Oof. Going to be DC Rebirth. I know I can read some people are hating me. Going to comment like, wow, Batman fanboy. Look, I've said it before. I say it again. I'm a Batman fan. And I like this figure. It is a good looking figure. It looks good. Looks clean. Everything about it just looks fantastic. The Batman logo. The utility belt. Yes, I know it looks kind of weird, but it's DC Rebirth. You got that purple in the back. Get the black cape, but even the cape looks really good. You got that sculpture design on the boots, the gauntlets, the face, the painted white eyes. Just everything about this figure looks fantastic. And to me, the DC Rebirth version of this figure looks fantastic. And I think McFarlane did a really good job with this figure. So to me, my number 4, DC Rebirth, Batman. All right, top 3. Top 3, which I'm pretty sure you kind of figured it out. But if not, don't worry about it. I'm going to show you. But my number 3, and this is a hard decision, but I had to choose only 3. But number 3, Deathstroke. Deathstroke from the Defiance one. This is a fantastic looking figure. I've said this one too many times. Fuck yes. This is a good looking figure. The painted white eye, the sculpture design. Yes, it's very similar to the other one, right? But you got more detail. You got that cape, right, that looks good. You got that paint on here too, what I like, because it's like brushed white, so it looks like it's like a metal, but it's not, but it's just painted white, but it looks really good. And you got that brush on there too on the shoulder piece. You got that staff. You obviously got the pocket for the knife. Just everything about this figure looks fantastic. I know people are going to say it's similar to the other one, right, the Rebirth, but again, the added details in terms of the sculpture, of course the paint, and this is a gold label one. This is fantastic, man. And Target got a good gold label one, so if you're actually getting this figure, go to Target, gold label. So to me, this is going to be my number 3 figure, the Deathstroke Defiance. Put it right here. Excuse me. All right, my number 2. It's probably going to fall. All right, my number 2 figure. of 2022. This is a hard decision, but I had to do it. We got here Parallax. Come on now. Everything about this figure looks fantastic. The head sculpture looks good. The painted white eyes, the lips, the hair. Then you got that little bit of the white hair. Then you got all the texture design on here too. Then you got that silver that looks really good. It just really grabs your attention. It pops. And cool looking cape, which I really like. But also the green and the hands, the transparent green hands. Again, very, very subtle. But when you look at it as a whole, those three things like that, it just really pops. And McFarlane did a really good job with this figure. Like, the more I look at it, I'm like, damn, man, this is such a good looking figure. And for those of you who are still hunting for this figure, man, my condolences, man. This is a hard figure to get. But at the end of the day, this is going to be my number 2 figure. Parallax is a gold label Walmart exclusive. So if you are interested in getting this figure, you do have to go to Walmart. I know. People are going to bitch and complain, but hey, I didn't make the... it wasn't me, man. Don't blame me. I'm just showing an overview of this figure. So, anyway, alright, and then here we have my... What is it, fall? Alright, my number 1 figure of 2022. This was a hard decision. This was a very, very hard decision. But at the end of the day, the more I think about it, and the more I look at this figure, I'm like, dude... This is number 1, man, and I think McFarlane did a really good job with this figure. Fantastic figure. And of course, you gotta bring in Nightfall. Man, where can I start with this figure? 1, it's hard figure to get. It's a gold label, Walmart exclusive, I know. But 2, just look at that bright blue paint on it. Just looks ridiculous, but it looks good. Then you get that bright blue with that gold on here too. That gauntlets right there too. That gold. Just look at it, hands. The utility belt. Also that little belt right there too. Then you got more design here too. The fantastic looking cape. And also pointing cape as well too on the side right there too. And you got the red eyes. Head sculpture fantastic. Like, the more, you can't deny it. This is a fantastic looking figure, man. And even if you look, just look at this. Even this was in the front. Which one grabs your attention? Like, the one you see it. And then when you look at that bright blue color, when you look at the detail, the paint, and that painted gold, it just looks so, so good, man. And to me, McFarlane did a really good job with this figure. So, this is maybe my number 1 figure of 2022. Wow, I'm losing my voice again. So again, the gold label. This is going to be the Azrael, the Nightfall storyline. This is the gold label Walmart exclusive. That's going to be my number 1 figure of 2022. And yeah, sorry for the long list and me rambling. But yeah, that concludes a quick look at my top 15 figures of 2022 for DC Multiverse. Or DC figures by McFarlane. Let me know what you guys think, man. Do you guys agree with my list? Would you choose something differently? More importantly, give me your top 15 or top 10 or top 5 figures of 2022. Leave it in the comment section below. I always want to know what other people, get intrigued about and so forth. So again, let me know in the comment section below. All right, so this is a quick little short video of my top 2022, top 15 2022 figures by McFarlane, and on to the next one.